Why did NASA stop at Apollo 17? And did they stop? NASA did, in fact, have 3 more missions planned after Apollo 17, Apollo 18, 19 and 20, but the missions allegedly never took place. Let's say that officially, the last known mission where human beings walked on the moon was NASA's Apollo 17 that took place in 1972. It was the final moon landing and end of the Apollo era, but it was also the last time human beings left Earth's low orbit. The Apollo 17 mission lasted for 2 days, 13 hours, 51 minutes, 59 seconds. Apollo 17 landed on the Taurus Litra Valley, located on the southeastern edge of Mare Serenitatis along a ring of mountains that formed between 3.8 and 3.9 billion years ago when a massive object impacted the Moon, Theia. But why did NASA stop at Apollo 17? And did they stop? NASA did, in fact, have 3 more missions planned after Apollo 17, Apollo 18, 19 and 20, but the missions never took place. The movie Apollo 18 has quite a few details that may UFO researchers support, proving a good point according to some. The Apollo 18 mission was planned and was meant to land on the Copernicus crater, but various landings sites were given and was changed to Schroter's Valley according to NASA OMSF. Manned Space Flight Weekly report dated July 28, 1969. Apollo 19, which was also planned and discussed to touch down at the Hyginus Rill or Copernicus region, and Apollo 20 was initially destined for the Tycho crater, the Severus 7 site, but none of these missions took place, and many of us have wondered why. Why did NASA stop? Was it because of economic and political reasons as some suggest, or was there something more to it? Alien on the Moon. Things went really well for Apollo 17. It was a mission that broke several off-world records, including the longest manned lunar landing flight. It was also the mission that had the longest total lunar surface EVAs, extravehicular activities, and it was the mission that brought to Earth the largest lunar sample, and was also the mission with the longest time in lunar orbit. Apollo 17 had 3 moonwalks that lasted over 22 hours and covered, according to reports, over 35 kilometers. It was a mission of great success, yet it marked the end of manned lunar exploration, at least to date. Official explanations as to why NASA discontinued Apollo were the lack of funds, even though the agency had planned a visit to Skylab in 1973 and 1974 and the Apollo-Soyuz test project in 1975, but there was always a shortage of money and very little political support. Technology has been developed since then to achieve great goals, pushing our boundaries further. NASA's Orion capsule is proof of such advancements, and it is a new hope for space exploration and colonization. We have practically forgotten the Moon, shooting for the Red Planet instead, which is by far more expensive than missions to the Moon. However, even though there are mixed feelings when it comes to manned missions to the Moon and why we haven't been up there for 40 years, not all researchers agree on the matter. Despite the fact that some authors and researchers point towards extraterrestrial phenomena on the Moon, many have ultimately dismissed the idea. The movie Apollo 18 goes through several interesting things, taking an alien approach when it comes to the Moon and why we haven't been up there. But do not forget that even though the movie itself might be fascinating, it is still a movie with a script written for a particular purpose that some misunderstand as being filled with facts. NASA has been very clear when it comes to Moon conspiracy theories. They have opposed all of them, even though you can find a lot of material online that could suggest there is another story to it. It remains a mystery why we have not been to the Moon and why our space agencies worldwide are avoiding trips to the Moon, making it seem as if the Moon was tedious and useless, But let's not forget that for further missions with the goal to explore our solar system, the Moon is the ideal next place we should be going as technology allows us, now, more than ever, the opportunity to explore and take advantage of the Moon's surface and resources.